Hello everyone, with you Miss Rasha Mohamed, science teacher at Leaders and Riyadh Language School. Today we will explain lesson 3 in unit 2 motion. First, we must know what is the meaning of motion. Motion is a change in position of an object. What is the motion? It is a change in position of an object from a place to another relative to a reference point. Later we will know what is the reference point means. Motion happens all around us, like motion of the cars or motion of the motorbike. They are moving with different speeds. So, what is the speed? It is the distance covered by an object in a unit time. In the first term, we know that the measuring unit of speed is meter per second, while the measuring unit of distance or displacement is meter. To identify the concept of relative motion, we must discuss the following example. Number 1. If your car moves beside another car with the same speed, what will you observe? You will imagine that the two cars stop moving. If the two cars are moved with the same speed, you will imagine that the two cars stop moving. Number 2. If your car moves in an opposite direction to another car, what will you observe? You will imagine that the other car moves at a high speed. What about if you are in a stopping car? If you are in a stopping car and another car moves forward beside you, you will imagine that your car moves backward. And if your car moves beside a stopping car, you will imagine that your car moves forward and the other car goes backward. All of this related to the relative motion. What is the meaning of the relative motion? The relative motion, it is the change of an object position or its direction as time passes in relative to another object or a fixed point known as a frame of reference. It is the change of an object position. The object position, that's my car. And another object, that's the other car. I compare the motion between them. The other car, it is the fixed point or the frame of reference. I compare the motion of my car with it. So, what is the reference point? It is a fixed point used to determine the object position or to describe its movement. Again, what is the reference point? It is a fixed point used to determine the object position or to describe its movement. There are two types of motion: transitional motion and periodic motion. Types of motion: transitional motion and periodic motion. First, transitional motion. It is a motion in which the object position is changed relative to a fixed point from time to time between initial and final position. The motion that has initial position and final position, beginning position and final position. Like number 1, car motion. The car has initial point and final point. Another example, train motion. The train has initial position and final position. What another example? Like person motion, like bicycle motion, like fan motion. Everything has moved with initial position and final position. Its motion is described as transitional motion. What about the other type, periodic motion? Periodic motion, it is a motion which is regularly repeated at equal period of time. Again, what is the periodic motion? It is the motion which is regularly repeated in equal period of time. Like number 1, vibrating motion, like simple pendulum. We know the simple pendulum from the first term. It has vibrating motion. Tick tock, tick tock. Number 2, wave motion, as the motion produced after throwing the stone in the water. It makes water waves. It has circular shape. These waves are divided into two types: mechanical wave and electromagnetic wave. These waves are divided into two types: mechanical wave and electromagnetic wave. First, we will talk about the mechanical wave. Mechanical wave, they are produced due to the vibration of the medium particles. They need a medium to travel through it, such as air, water. They can't travel through space. They can't travel through space. Their speed is relatively low. Speed of